So I had a little download last night as I was meditating, and I thought, well, this might be a really good place to talk about why the heck we do this healing mumbo jumbo. Because I know there's a lot of people out there in kind of the bridge area of life where we have the really conscious and spiritual side, and we have those who are kind of trying to make their way over and they don't quite understand what this healing means. Well, this download that I got from my higher self and my guides might clear that up for you. So I'm just going to read it because it just makes it easier. And so I had this moment last night during a meditation. I was reminiscing and noticing just how different I am compared to 10 years ago, and how I move through life and how I see me, others, and the world. 10 years ago, all I saw was fear of everything, and I was completely controlled by my own low vibrational emotions, societal conditioning, and narratives, and many life experiences, which is where our shadows and the controlling emotions come from, and the projections. The message that really needs to come through is that it's not just legitimate trauma, which is very real and very valid, that changes our life, but also the little traumas or generational curses that can accumulate to some big situations that can be just pretty much equal to some really big traumas. Most people walk around thinking nothing really traumatic has happened to me, so what do I have to heal? But the reality is that the fear and insecurities that develop from all of the other things create projections that you likely don't notice until you do. Because every magazine and movie has dictated the beauty standards for men and women, insecurities about money, from well-meaning family, friends that scrimp and save, and all the narratives that you're not quite enough unless you give your blood, sweat, and tears to the boss, to climb the corporate ladder, to buy all the things that all you've been told are the markers of true success. For me, I connected my true success. Oh, back up. For me, I connected my identity of being a nurse as if it was just being me wasn't quite good enough in this world. The ability to shame my own body, which, truth be told, I was the only critic really there. But where did I learn it from? Because people who have been propped up on the success pedestal look perfect in every way, and our minds make that connection. Thank goodness for the new breed of very brave creators changing this narrative. I could go on and on. You see, before the awakening or in the beginning of it, when I had not yet processed enough, I would also think, but my life hasn't been that bad. And it wasn't. I experienced the typical harder stuff, but felt pretty lucky until you find all the shadows. To date, for someone with a seemingly decent life experience, I have processed at least 100 shadow aspects of myself created by conditioning, narratives, and experiences, both traumatic and simple, but enough to make me want to protect myself. And this is where my sweet little ego part of my brain took over and wanted to protect me from it ever happening again. The ego part of our brain means well, but it results in a projection to keep us safe. This projection gets offloaded onto others, usually unknowingly, and then just creates more experiences that create more insecurities in the projector. But now we also created an experience that creates an insecurity in another person, all because of how we felt about ourselves. It's an awful ripple effect that not healing causes. But the beautiful thing is that the ripple goes the other way too. When you heal these shadow aspects that rule your world now, you stop that projection at you. You don't have to heal anyone else but yourself to create a ripple that is going to become a tsunami of good. So that is why we want to do the healing, and that is how we create an amazing new earth. Love you.